Hello there. Welcome back to your favorite show, Take It Back, and my name is Davis. First of all, let me just appreciate all Nigerians that have been supporting all the Nigerian team. I mean, the basic Nigerian team. I'm talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, right there in Russia. And very soon, we're going to be playing our next match. And please, go out there and get your jerseys. If you know if you see the original, buy their own. Nobody will know, you know. And first of all, I want to ask a question, because the rate at which this soccer is going. We heard about the pig who gave, what's it called? Who gave a statistics and said Nigeria is going to get into the semi-finals. If they can catch that pig. If they can catch that pig. And also, I want to appreciate the first African country to qualify. God bless you so much. And Egypt, no vex, you have to go. Egypt, no vex. And also, recently I heard that we lost our own very own reggae king. I'm talking about no other person than Raskimono. So I'm going to give him a few minutes silence. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace, Raskimono. Raskimono, we love you. All the Raskimono songs, Under Pressure, Africa, Under Pressure. Funny enough, all the songs he sang then, and now we feel the pressure. All the song then, Under Pressure, Nigeria, Under Pressure. Under pressure, Super Eagle, under pressure to win this World Cup. Even if, say, they will come home, they're still under pressure. All right, to the studios with me today, someone is joining us for the newspaper review. I'm talking about no other person than Kelechiku Ogu.
Yeah, thanks.
Kelechiku Ogu, and is a journalist. International journalist.
We are getting there.
How's about you doing? Good morning.
Yeah.
All right, Kelechiku, I'm going to be reading out all the news headlines we have, and it will take time to analyze a few, the ones we can, and the ones we can't, we'll let it slide. All right, this is coming from Punch, Kele. It's saying government to set up branches in Oyo, Benue, Kaduna, and 7 other states. Governor to set up branches in Oyo, Benue, Kaduna, and 7 other states. Another one from Punch says, Biafra, IPOB plans referendum, prints ballot papers. IPOB plans referendum and prints ballot papers. It was supposedly said that they've printed well over 40 million ballot papers. Wow. Still on Punch, Rivers APC faction disagree over state chairmanship position. Rivers APC faction disagrees over state chairmanship position. Still on Punch. Cholera, death toll rises to 17 in Niger and Kogi. In this age and time, cholera still they move Nigerians. It's okay. All right, straight to Vanguard. We have the first one on Vanguard. This is Rise Against Domestic Violence. Amber's wife, deputy governor, others urge women. Rise Against Domestic Violence. Amber's wife and the deputy governor and others urge women. Still on Vanguard, we have APC doesn't need a combative national chairman. APC doesn't need a combative national chairman. Still on Vanguard. Super Eagles disappointed me. Mourinho. Go to Chelsea. They put him for one corner.
Yeah.
Now he's saying Super Eagles is this.
So he's playing that one corner for Super.
All right, quickly straight to The Nation. The Nation newspapers, the first one on The Nation is saying, no division in Alimosho APC. Say party faithful. No division in Alimosho APC, says party faithful. All right, still on The Nation, we have FG allays fear over ISIS threat. FG allays fear over ISIS threat. Still on The Nation, we have court revokes bail granted headsman killer in Ondo State. Court revokes bail granted headsman killer in Ondo State. All right, Kele, you heard all the news headlines.
Yeah.
So which caught your interest?
First off, I just want to ask Ima Powerful, who is like the spokesperson for the IPOB movement. How many adults are in the Southeast? Are they up to 40 million? Or is he going to go get people from Niger Delta, from Bakassi, from Southern Cameroon to come and join in the voting process? Anyway.
Okay, so you really think that Niger Deltas and the Biafrans are not up to 40 million people?
Well, 40 million adults. I don't know. I don't know. You know, like I told you when off camera when you read this headline, I wish there was some time to look into how many like the demographics, the Southeast demographics of population. But anyways, it's a bit suspect why you're printing over 40 million ballot papers, and who's funding it? That's another key question. You know, who's funding? For me, what I feel is I don't want to say it's a wasted effort, but it's a misdirected charge. Say a bull is trying to charge at the red flag or some red color put in front of it, and then its charge is going the other way. You're charging at the red flag, meanwhile you're supposed to be charging at the person. So that's what a bull would do. So I think it's like the charge of a bull, what the IPOP guys are doing.
Wow. So to you now, you feel this can't work?
It's misdirected. Yeah, you might say the Igbos might be marginalized. Many people have said it. Many people have given reasons why they feel Igbos are marginalized. And those reasons are substantive. They can hold. But tackling it by wanting to form your own country is a wasted effort. You would have heard of what happened with this Ahara diocese in Imo State, where they brought in somebody, the Pope appointed somebody who is not an indigene of Ahara to take over that diocese, and they refused. So that is just to tell you the level of disunity that already exists in the region.
In the East.
So let's remember what's happening between Salva Kiir, the president of Sudan, Southern Sudan, and Riek Machar, his vice.
All right.
South, and even to laying hold of those parts, then the Idoma parts.
That's from Benue.
Between Benue and Enugu.
Yeah.
So that's their claim.
All right.
Maybe that's why they are printing 40 million ballots.
Well, I wish them luck on that. I wish them luck on that. All right. What other one got your attention? Do you want me to reel them out again, or you have them again?
Okay. So I was hoping you'll do the choosing for me, but so let's look at the ranching. We've been crying for ranches for a long time. I don't know why it's taking the government this long, and I am not even satisfied for us.
Yeah.
And these herdsmen move freely. In the 50s and 60s, they built ranches. There was ranch in Jos, there are ranches in other parts of the Middle Belt that were not even, say, called Northwest and Northeast.
You said in the early 50s, yeah?
Yes, 50s and 60s. That's to tell you that grass had already been thinning out in those regions, that they were already moving to the north central regions.
Yeah.
You get moving to north central, moving to Plateau. There was lots of virgin land then, and then Kano State as well. So but the thing is, it was poorly managed. I mean, if you'd chosen those grazing reserves and managed, there's a particular grazing reserve in Jos that when it was opened, the cows rushed in, and they even were drinking water from the dam that was supposed to be feeding the reserves. And that's what happened when the government got into this thing. And now the government is going in again. So first off, here's the map of the problem. You have many herdsmen coming in from as far as Central Africa, coming in to look for grazing land in Nigeria. Yeah. And you have most parts of the northwest and northeast desertified, or desert encroachment has taken over. Yeah. And they're all coming into places like the Katinala River and these other Fadama projects around the Middle Belt that are still a bit fertile. Yeah. So there is still going to be that overload, even if you have ranches. But however, with the coming of ranches, what would happen is you can now do ring fence. You can fence your land, choose your ranch, and then do mixed cropping, and then make sure that you're able to regrow the grass you get, because you can do like mulching, do a lot of, and then the animals can eat the dumplings or the leftovers from the
The grasses. All right. Another quick question from the ranch thing and the whole herdsmen thing. Let me just divert a little. A lot of people have said that we can't be too sure that the killings that has been happening in all these places has been carried out by herdsmen.
So that's why I'm saying the porosity of the border is a problem. And there's an Irregular Migration Act in this country that's not been implemented.
Like which Irregular Migration Act?
Yes,
Okay. That's not been
supposed to have been media began, or media implementation began in 2016.
okay.
You know, so we need to go back to that and start creating structures around the provisions of that act. I'm not sure it was passed in 2016, but implementation was supposed to have begun, like recognizing, okay, this act is here, let's start laying down the structures in 2016.
Yeah.
You know, with so much fanfare, of course.
All right. Let's just move on. Let's move on from there. Cholera.
Okay.
Cholera. Cholera. At this age and time. At this age and time, it is said that cholera has killed well over 17 persons in Niger and in Kogi. Some weeks back, I had food poisoning, and I was rushed down to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, immediately I was given drips. As a matter of fact, in the space of 1 hour, 30 minutes, or in the space of 2 hours, I was given 3 drips. Yeah. And when I eventually got better, I went to meet the nurse, because when I came in, I noticed that the nurse was so particular about not coming close to me, because I was stooling and throwing up at the same time. I was stooling and throwing up at the same time, so she was so particular. And then I asked her, "Are you not a nurse?" She said she is. And I said, "So why would I come to the hospital and you won't attend to me as you should or as you would?" And she said she was scared because she was thinking it's cholera. Okay. So, are you saying that at this time and age, people are supposed to be scared as much as this for cholera?
You know, normally cholera is contagious.
Yes, it is.
So it easily spreads, right?
But people are not as scared.
We should expect that the nurse would have been wearing protective headgears, right? So, but cholera, I hear, is mostly down to the strength of the immune system, because I hear the immune system should be able to cope with cholera. That's why it usually affects children mostly. So, what's the demographic? Are those people who have been killed in Niger and Kogi, are they children?
Are they adults?
Are they adults? Are they from rural areas?
What kind of water do they drink?
What kind of water do they drink? You know, to understand the healthcare system. You know, but we all know that health surveillance is terrible, especially in places that are not commercially viable.
Yeah, that's true.
That are not commercial nerve centers.
Yeah.
So Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, or the cities in those states. You know, even the cities in Niger State, say Mina. You cannot expect that in an urban part of Mina, cholera will be, you know, rife like that. So those are some of the details that would determine, you know, the intensity of the problem. But well, we've had Lassa fever.
We've had Ebola.
We did well with Ebola.
Yes,
But in 2015, 2016, over 10,000 people died from meningitis.
Yeah.
In the north.
You know, statistics have shown that malaria has killed more people than HIV. Malaria. Almighty malaria. Yeah. And we all know the story of malaria. Malaria that we just want caplets or tablets, you're fine.
The government has set up a malaria department in its Ministry of Health. And it's hoped that they will be using herbs and solutions that are traditional to us and make them orthodox, you know, trying to bring them into the mainstream healthcare delivery system. So we will monitor that.
We will monitor it. We are on their matter. All right, let's move on. All right, we're going to talk about this also. I was going through the newspapers and I saw this, and this got to me seriously. You know why this gets to me? It got to me because I feel these persons or these people shouldn't be too particular about the agenda in quotes. I mean, not saying that it is right for some things to be done. I'm only saying that what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. And this is the news headline. I read it earlier. Rise against domestic violence. Amber's wife, deputy governor, others urges women. Now, I try not to get angry when I hear violence against women. I try to keep my cool. And the reason I try to keep my cool is this. Recently, the rave now is that it is violence against men. It may not be physical violence. Like when you take your knife and stab a wife, it may not be like that when a woman picks up a knife and stab a man. It may not be that the man punches the woman and so the woman will have to punch the man and all that. But I noticed that recently, men have been domestically, publicly, psychologically, emotionally abused. And nobody's saying anything about it.
Studied
mass communication.
The theory says that if your opinion is in the minority, you tend to keep quiet.
Yeah.
So maybe men have been keeping quiet because the media has been focusing on amplifying the women aspect, the fact that women are being abused.
Yeah.
And the whole world has been on feminism and stuff, and they've forgotten that
They are maleism.
there's need for balance. So men have, and men have also been told the whole masculinity theory that, you know, that they should be men, they should man up, they should not cry. So men have learned
Over time to be hard.
Over time to be hard, over time to not show off their emotions and to not complain. So they just die in silence. So don't be surprised when a man, you know, decides to jump into the lagoon or something. You probably don't know what he's facing at home, and the media is not giving him, and society is not giving him that opportunity to talk about his own sufferings and his own challenges.
Yeah, obviously. All right. And recently, Daddy Freeze answered Chimamanda, replied to what Chimamanda said, and the whole internet went on fire. Before then, whatever Chimamanda said did not matter so much. People talked about it. People dissected it. But it wasn't an issue until Daddy Freeze talked about it. It is now like, why are you saying that what she said was not right?
Is it the fact that men should not open doors?
Yeah, men should not open doors.
Okay, so first off, let me quickly excuse myself and say I did not follow the trend.
Excuse.
Let me excuse myself.
You are excused. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, thank you. Now, judging from an outsider, looking in from the outside, someone told me, a friend told me, when Chimamanda came out to talk about the fact that she was sexually abused by some big dude in the media, and I was asking, why didn't she want to call out
the person's name?
I mean, it's been a while. She said when she was trying to promote her
books,
reading, no, her writing, you know, promoting the short stories she'd done then, when she was like 17, 18 and stuff. And the person said to me, and she's a lady as well, she said to me that Chimamanda is selling her goods, she's selling her popularity, and she's seeking fame, and everyone is buying into it. You know, so I think Freeze just increased the notch of her value a bit more.
All right. At this point, I just want to thank you, Vivek. Thank you. But before we leave, I want us to talk a little bit about Russia.
Okay.
You know, Mourinho said he was disappointed, or he is disappointed in the Super Eagles, and that is where got me. Mourinho is disappointed about the Super Eagles. Mr. Mourinho, please, can I ask you a question? Do you know even the Super Eagles is disappointed in you? When Mikel came to Chelsea, what did you do to him?
Exactly. You turned our
international striker.
Prospective number 10, our prospective wonderful central midfielder, I turned him into what I used to refer to then as a second goalkeeper.
Kai,
you know? So
a backbencher.
Turned him into a DM who only knows how to guide the ball and give a sideways pass. You know, you turned him into all of that.
And now you are complaining.
And right now, Mikel has become immobile. But personally, a lot of us are disappointed in the Super Eagles. I was chatting with someone yesterday, and he said Senegal did not have any pattern to how they played, but they defeated Poland. So he said they were aggressive. They played like bulldogs. So that's why they got that victory. It's not like they did something so great or had some wonderful technique.
They weren't just so spectacular.
Nigeria was lethargic.
Wow.
You know? So if Nigeria had probably played with,
so we had a layback.
Played with, probably would have beaten Croatia. I also heard some guys also saying Nigeria was playing, let it not spoil let it, like the players were playing like, let it not spoil in my hand. So quickly take the ball, let it not spoil in my hand. You know,
I guess it didn't happen like because eventually Oba just here to below. All right, I just want to say a very big thank you for coming up on the show.
But before, sorry, I just want to quickly touch on the ranching.
All right, fine.
Completely be a state government and private sector affair.
Or not longer the federal government.
No, the federal government, the National Ranching Project should not exist. The federal government, what the federal government should do is provide soft loans for private sector guys to go invest in ranching and take care of these cows. They should cattle. They should look at what Friesland is doing with their livestock centers and try and replicate it in the private sector. You know, finally, I'll just quickly add this. The federal government should just basically, you know, hands off and work with the Bank of Industry and Development Bank of Nigeria, you know, to make ranching available. That's it. And then they should just focus on taking care of our borders so that we don't have an overload.
Yeah. Before Malians will begin to come in, ISIS will begin to come in.
ISIS hardened criminals. And I read an article done by some dude in Combating Terrorism Center in the US. And he said there's a lot of Islamization around the Maghreb and West Africa. And his prediction was lots of that would be filtering into Nigeria.
Wow.
You know, that was his prediction. So this ISIS report now, you know, all ties into that project of his. So thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kelechukwu. Yes, you've just done a good job as a journalist. All right, thank you very much. For now, I just want you all to know that we are still on Take It Back. My name is Still Davis. We just had Kelechukwu on the show. And the truth about the matter is we need your support. All you have to do is go to the GoFundMe account and please support for those Nigerians in diaspora. And for Nigerians in Nigeria, please go to the Zenith Bank account. You will see the graphics on your screen right about now. And please support this humble cause. Don't forget, SOWORE 2019 is still what we're preaching. It's still what we're talking about. And guess what? All you have to do is go to your Facebook, type SOWORE 2019 on Facebook, and join us on Facebook. Follow our trend, follow our charts, share our videos, like our posts, and also comment. We'll be taking this short clip all the way from SOWORE Baba when he visited Ghani's event. We'll be right back after this time out. My name is Still Davis. I'll be back.
So much to say because the first time I attended this event after Chief Ghani Payami died, and this was organized, I said something very, very clear, that if we don't apply the right solution to the right problem of Nigeria, we'll be coming here year in, year out to be having this kind of conferences. And I've attended a whole lot of conferences in my lifetime, and it has not solved too many problems, especially now that we are going more and more into selfie mode as opposed to active mode. What Nigeria problem is not very difficult. Nigeria has a set of very, very bad people running Nigeria. Nigeria works for the people that hate Nigeria. Nigeria is designed for those who hate the people of Nigeria. And I don't care, like Sheun said, where you are, where we are, all of us have become somehow emasculated and sucked into that black hole of bad leadership. Let me put it down to the level of a high school or primary school student. You know what they call janglova, where some people stand on this side and another person stand on this side. The Nigerian government is standing on this side, the people are standing on this side. But every year, with all kinds of manipulation and engineering of mental conditions, more and more people are going on the side of the government. So the people who are supposed to be on the other side of the lever are completely being thrown out of the roof. So the government is just quietly and conveniently and happily sitting on one side of the janglova, and once in a while, just to make us feel like government is working, they will stand up for the janglova that nobody is on the side of people. The thing will go back, and when they are tired, they come and sit on the janglova again. That's where we are today in Nigeria. People have been talking about restructuring, and I want to say it very quickly. The reason I'm not one of the people who are in support of the so-called restructuring is that restructuring, depending who you talk to, means different things. For some people, restructuring is that they have a corruption case. Let's just dissolve Nigeria, the judge is removed, my case is over. That's their own restructuring. Some people have illegitimate children that they don't want to support in the East, and they are based in the Southwest. Let's dissolve Nigeria, my Igbo children, I don't want to see them again. That is their restructuring. You know, some people, it is political restructuring of the money that I used to get from the state government is no longer coming to me. Let's restructure so that the system that used to give me money, 100 million naira, even though I do not grow cocoa, let the system come back. That is restructuring to them. So you should be very careful sometimes when you repeat and mount the nonsense coming from this elite. As you are seeing with also the Benue herdsmen killing. The question is, why is it that the people that are crying the most have never visited any families of the people that have been killed? Why are the journalists that are making the headlines never visited the place we are talking? Support internally displaced people, never been to those places, because it's all part of, you know, the razzmatazz of keeping Nigeria moving, even though the vehicle does not have wheels again. So this is where we are, and I will say it again. Before, the word revolution used to be alien to us. But so many countries around us have had revolution now. It is time for us to consider it. And if you don't have a revolution that will save us, if you break the Nigerian problem into 10 pieces, in fact, those of you who have been mounting the fact that Yoruba will become Eldorado, the man who is the governor of your state today, in several states in Yoruba, they are Yoruba people. Fayose is a Yoruba man, right? He's not from another place. The comedian in Oyo State is a Yoruba man, you know, and everywhere else is a Yoruba. So you will come under the same oppressors who have been trained at the center, and your system or your situation will be worse than what it used to be at the center. So please think very well and fundamentally. I don't want to preach to you that I've been to America, that's the way I'm saying this. No. America is also being governed by a buffoon today, but that is America's problem. And as you know, when Trump said that Africa or Nigeria is shithole, a lot of people are engaging with it in different ways. Yes, it's a racist comment, but as the Yorubas will say, the truth is that, is there anybody here who doesn't feel like Nigeria is shithole? Thank you.
All right, you all, welcome back to Take It Back TV, and my name is Still Davis. I hope you all enjoyed that wonderful clip, the Take It Back team, and that was Niger's Adamawa, Jalingo, and Jos. Cholera was at Jalingo some days back, it was in Adamawa some days back, and it was in Jos yesterday. Clips of those videos will be coming up shortly, and I just hope you guys will take time to be part of this movement. As I said, all you have to do is to support. And for Nigerians in Nigeria, all you have to do is go to Zenith Bank account. And for Nigerians in diaspora, please do go to the GoFundMe account and please support us. Because that time we'll have to leave. And please, till I come your screen by tomorrow, my name is Still Davis, and I'm signing out.